every Wednesday night we come to you with a leading lady. And tonight we have a leading lady with us that you're going to absolutely adore. Her name is Kellie Olver. And Kellie has a background that's fascinating, but I know you. And the background that you want to hear about is more like, what is Kellie doing now? So we're going to combine a little bit of both of them. I'm going to ask you to say hello and welcome to Kellie. Kellie, hello and welcome. So good to have you here. Thank you for being a guest on our show. Great to have you here.
And thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me and letting me spend some time with you and your followers, your fans that are watching tonight. My
pleasure indeed. Now, your background is fascinating. And most people, because online shopping is a wave of the future. Mm-hmm. It's not a wave of the future, it is the future. Mm-hmm. And I know you have a lot of experience there. So share with us a little bit about that before we get into other things. A little bit about how you came to online shopping and how that evolved for you into what you're doing now.
All right, so I have a skincare line that I actually sell online, and I chose to sell online because years ago I recognized how valuable shopping online would be. In fact, I created a platform called onlineshoptv.com to give people who had products an opportunity to present their product via video and be able to share that on the internet, because I knew that was a wave of the future.
That was very pioneering. That is definitely a woman who is an agent of change. You could foresee what was coming, and that was brilliant. Now tell us what you're doing now with your skincare line, because that's what I'm sure, even though, you know, we're in this crisis, it's big. It's bigger than any generation has ever seen that we're aware of. And so that puts a little damper. Yet, we want to bring to those who are tuned in here now the possibilities of what can be. We have to rethink, reflect, reinvest ourselves, and now is the time to do it. So share with us a little bit more about what you're doing now with your skincare line.
All right, so my skincare line is for ladies 45, 50 and up. It's a corrective beauty treatment. I sell my products all over the world. I go to shopping channels all over the world, which I love to do. I love to travel, which I'm not doing that right now. Right. Of course, I do sell it online as well.
Now you said you're international and you're going all over the world, and this I know. And now today, I think, Kellie, more than ever before, I have seen, I don't know how many people who do work online, getting online and talking to their audience about how they're now inside and not able to get out and about. How has that affected what you're doing? What are your plans for how you want to interact with the people that are your customers now?
Okay, well, that's a good question. I have through email, I do videos in my email. I do special videos for all of them. I do Facebook videos with them on the group, people who are opted into my Facebook page for my group. So I quite like that. And I spend a lot of time with them, and I educate them, and I talk to them, and I share the information with them about what's going on in the world and beauty tips that will help to get them through this particular time as well.
Now, are you doing, what type of online are you doing? Are you working predominantly through Zoom, or do you have a special live streaming platform that you're using?
Yeah, no, I use Zoom, or I'll use Facebook, or I'll do Facebook Live events as well. You know, right now, I think Facebook is a place to be. It's like a giant community. It's a safe haven. We've all grown up together on Facebook. We've built wonderful relationships there. So it's a place to come and feel safe, especially in a time like this where there is a lot of chaos going on out there.
There is no question about that. I don't think in my lifetime, I'm sure yours as well, we've ever faced anything quite this desperate and almost frantic, the state of mind that it's gotten people into. But Kellie, what I want to say, and I know that you agree, we spoke to this briefly, we have to keep hope alive.
Yes.
That's a quotation that was quoted some time ago from a lot of people that we know. Yet it's true. If ever we needed to keep hope alive, it's now. So tell us one of the ways that you are going to work to make sure that people are in sync and in tune with ways that they can keep their positive frame of mind active and aware.
That's a really wonderful question, and thank you for asking that. Well, the first thing I've said to my friends, my people, my peeps, to people in my circle, I've said to them, don't focus on what's outside. Focus on what's inside. Look above. Look above to, I am a believer, and I believe that there is something greater out there than all of us. And I have a lot of faith in that. And that is, my faith is what has kept me going and what keeps me so positive, because I know at the end of the day, everything is going to be okay.
I love that. I really do. And that's beautifully put, because it's very difficult. And yet we all know that this is what we have to do. We have to do that. You know, I read something in your little bio that I don't like going backwards. I like going forward, but this was appealing to me. One of the reasons I always like to ask a person, why is it that they're doing the work that they're doing? And I read about how the adversity in your upbringing brought you into the wellness and health category. Share with us a wee bit about that, if you might.
Oh, sure, absolutely. You know, the woman that you see here today, if you read my bio, it's like, oh, wow, she's all this and that in a bag of chips. Well, that really wasn't always the case. I grew up in a tremendous amount of adversity. I was told that I was fat and ugly, overweight, and I was 200 pounds. I used to stutter. I pulled my hair out because of the stress that I was going through. And I really just didn't believe that life was worth living. Then I had a voice came to me in my ear, and it told me that if I didn't get out of my family home when I was a child, when I was 17 years old, 16 years old, that I would die. Well, I kind of discounted that voice, and then it came again. And I thought to myself, that's the second time I've heard it, and I'm not going to ignore it. And that was the day that changed my life. Ran away from home, and I recognized that life was meant to be amazing. That I didn't know what that meant because I hadn't had that in my life, but I was about to find it, and I did.
You know, I really ask you that for a reason, especially in these times, because when a person, now you know that my work is as a signature style specialist, and I work with women to help them develop their own signature style that they can shine, sparkle, and glow in, that's innate to them. I'm not about fashion. Unfortunately, yes, yes, yes. I find that too many women, unfortunately, too many, not all, and in fact, far from all, they see a beautiful woman and they think that's because we're working in an appearance industry, that that's all that's there. Come to that through a lot of trial and error, and we have learned how important your presence, your confidence, and the sense of who you are is. And if you're a professional businesswoman,
Yes.
that matters a lot. So speak to that a little bit about how you develop your sense of style, who you are, and why you're doing and love what you're doing more so than you did before.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Another great question. I'm going to try to break this down into chunks.
Sure.
Why do I do what I do? Well, I do skincare right now because I'll be honest with you. First of all, I love skincare, and I worked with some of the top skincare gurus in the world, but I had a problem. I had crepey skin. I had really, really bad crepey skin on my body and on my cheeks, and skincare products that were out there weren't working. So girls, I'm talking to you right now. What do we do as women when we can't find anything and nothing's working? What do we do? Joy, what do you do if you can't?
Well, you're speaking to the choir now, because this is what we do. I discovered, after coming from a background where women loved fashion but had no clue really about how to put things together, and that struggle, as long as it was pretty new, popular, fashionable, and all of that, they had it. But 90% of the time it wasn't for them. And it was only after I attended the Fashion Institute of Technology that I discovered that everyone has to find their style.
Right.
Too many of us, myself included, because I attended an affair. This is not about me though, Kelly. It's about you, but I have to go on with this now. And I walked into this event.
I love it.
Kelly, listen, I looked around and I said, oh my God, I thought what I had on was a cat's meow. And I was the saddest looking creature there. I'm exaggerating to make a point. That's when it came to me that it's not about fashion, it's about style. And what you're saying speaks to our audience, because what you're saying is that you couldn't find what you needed to give you what you wanted.
I made it myself.
You designed
it myself. I created it myself. And truly, I'm not going to wait for anybody or anything to do anything for me. I take charge. And I learned how to do that because I realized at an early age, no one was going to take care of me. So I had to take care of myself. And that is what moved me forward. And in terms of confidence, truly at the end of the day, I'm going to give you a little tip here that I use. I used to be very, very insecure. And I will say used to. I mean, I still have bouts. We all do. I'd be lying if I said I never felt a little insecure every once in a while.
There you go. Exactly.
But here's a little tip for you. When you're feeling just yucky, I call it yucky bear. When you're feeling really yucky bear inside and thinking that you've really messed up or there's a real problem, remember, nobody knows what you're feeling inside. I don't care if there's a volcano going off inside, you're so nervous or so feeling so frightened. The world only knows what you show them or what you tell them.
Oh, spot on.
You put on that smile. I don't care if you feel like throwing up inside. Can I tell you something right now? Before I used the first 5 years of going on air on television,
Yes.
I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I had diarrhea every day before I went on air. You could find, everybody knew where I was half hour before I went on air. I was at the bathroom. I mean, it was frightening and scary. It doesn't have to be. I learned this the hard way through working. It's only by doing that you know what needs to be done, and it's only by doing that you really know what you have to do, and you learn from that. That's why being in action, moving forward, not sitting back, not waiting when you reach a roadblock, push through that roadblock, get to the other side, because it's what's on the other side is the gift and the I call it the diamond ring on the other side.
Yes, and the way that you express that, Kelly, is really absolutely spot on, because I had someone say, well, if one's going around smiling all the time, that's not authentic, that's not real. But you don't want somebody going around with a sourpuss face all day long. And then sometimes it's best that people don't divulge to you what's going on inside. And until you get your own inner work together, you can't judge and make a judgment on people. And especially in times like this, I mean, people are having a hard time. And yet, to be able to present yourself and project yourself in the best way is the beginning of having a good mindset. So tell us a little bit about, I know that your products are on your website.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit. Oh, by the way, you brought us a gift. Tell us
did.
a little bit about that gift.
I did. Okay. Today's day and age, I mean, it's tough enough. So let's just get right to the point on this. We want a fast fix. How would you like to go to put something on your face and go to bed at night and wake up and look 5 to 10 years younger? Fine lines disappeared, deep lines less apparent. Your skin looks plump and full and hydrated. Well, I've got a little fast fix. Do it yourself. Do it at home. Little cheat sheet guide that's going to show you how you can do that.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. That's a gift for our audience. So what I'm going to ask them to do, Kelly, is to type the word Kellie, Kellie, in the comments, and that gift will be delivered to them automatically. They go to your website and then they'll discover that. How many products are you offering in your skincare line?
Okay, so I have my original collection. My hero products are Crepey Skin FX. I have 8 or 9 in that particular collection. The second collection that I'm bringing out is called Collagen Restore. It's collagen peptides and collagen amino. It's peptides and collagen amino acids. I have a serum, a moisturizer. I have an overnight collagen mask that goes along with that. Plus, of course, my Collagen Restore collagen drink. The third collection is called, working title is called Skin Defender. Protects against environmental aging from sun to UV light to electromagnetic frequency. Electromagnetic frequency is everywhere. It's from the phones, it's from the computer, it's from the refrigerator.
Fascinating. So that's how many products you said? 9 altogether?
In Skin Defender, I will have 4. In Collagen Restore, I have 5, and in my Crepey Skin FX, I have 9.
When we get to your website, will they be able to see the different products and what you offer to them that's available? Will they be able to see the products that are available to them?
Yeah, Collagen Restore is not available. I'm just finalizing the formulation. It'll be coming up in about 2 months. Skin Defender is coming up in the fall. And I've got about 4 new products that are done that I've got inventory that I'm just putting up on the website right now.
Well, most likely what I'm asking you, you probably have spoke to, but what is your #1 best-selling product and why? Tell us that.
All right. Well, the #1 best-selling product is what started it all, which is Crepey Skin FX for the body. It is a body treatment. It's not just a moisturizer, but it moisturizes, it builds collagen because of what's in it. It lifts, it firms, it smooths, it helps to minimize the appearance of sunspots and uneven skin tone. Your skin feels like it's had a drink of water for days. Can't keep it in stock. People buy it by the 3-pack.
Well, I don't think anything beats that. Nothing beats that. You can't keep it in stock.
Oh,
Listen, I'm mesmerized and fascinated. I love how you spoke to, if you can't find it, then you make it materialize, process it yourself. But Kellie, the business that you're in, skincare, that takes a lot of research, a lot of work to discover what's needed. How many years were you in the process of formulating and putting this all together before you put it onto the market?
Okay, well, a little back step. I wanted to be a doctor. I was going through college, university to be a doctor. I have a passion for research and science, so I'm a geek.
I figured as much. I wanted to hear you say that because I think people who pioneer anything, and if they're trailblazers in any way, there's a little bit of that geek, I would say a touch of genius in how they can do research and formulate things in their mind and then gather the people around them that they need to process. Yes.
You know what? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I like to address that. So I actually saw quickly in a nutshell, what I did is every product that was under the sun, I went to their ingredient deck and I wrote down what was in their products. So then I went through every journal, every scientific journal, medical journal, and discovered everything there was to know about every ingredient. Then I made a list of all of the ingredients that I knew that created a particular purpose that I was looking for in terms of skin. I wrote it down, found out the right percentages. Then I found the best labs in the United States. I have one in California and one in Florida. Wow. And I gave them my ingredient deck and I said, here you go, make it better if you can. And then I said to them, I want you to wow me. I want this to wow me, because if it wows me, because I am really, really picky, then I know it's going to wow everybody at home and I know they're going to get results. And that's why I brought it. It never was supposed to go to market. It was just made for me. I made it for me. Nobody else. Yes.
You are speaking words of true wisdom, because my mantra, my mindset, my outlook is that if I can't embrace it, if I can't gather it into me, then I can't deliver it out to anyone. So you wanted to make sure that it was something that you would fall in love with and that it worked for you before you put it into the market. Now, a lot of people, especially here online, they're not really about that. They will push out any and everything that they're not the master of. So that makes a big difference.
You know, me being a host on Home Shopping for 25, let's just call it 25 years for lack of a fancy whatever. I've tried every skincare product under the sun, and I'd get another skincare product coming on the TV, and we had about 50 brands, and I'm like, great, here we go again. We've got another skincare line. We've got another moisturizer that does nothing. You know, it was just embarrassing for me to even try to sell a product like that. The one thing, when I went on air, Joy, I just want to say this. If I didn't like a product, I had to be respectful, but people knew that I wasn't.
They could tell that you weren't completely 100% there present.
Well, I did it I was very present, but I said, you know, this may not be for you. Might be for your mother-in-law.
You were able to voice that. I like that. Now, you mentioned a word that's very prevalent in the work that I'm doing. You spoke to two words before that mentioned professionalism, being a professional, and presence. How important do you find that to be, especially for women today? Because it is our time to present and project the essence of who you are in the most professional way that has a strong presence. How does that connect and relate to you?
Great question, Joy. Thank you for asking that one. I'm going to see if I can do this without thinking.
Yes.
The key thing is authenticity. If you are authentic as to who you are, you're halfway there. And being authentic means you have to have been able to peel back the layers of the onion, get rid of limiting beliefs, and go to your core to find out who you are. And what that means is not hiding, not lying, not being false, not being phony, not trying to be something that you really aren't. That's incredibly important. Once you know who your authentic self is, that is your baseline. And then you allow your personality to come through. When you do that, people will believe you, they will believe in you, and they will follow you.
Beautifully put.
Thank you.
Beautifully put. That is so true. And especially, you see, you're on the exterior, the skin, the body, and all that, which is vital to a complete, confident woman who's present and professional. I'm on the image style aspect of it. But until you develop and know your personality,
Know yourself.
know
Know
yourself,
yourself.
then you're just rushing out, and it doesn't matter the price point, buying stuff. I call it stuff. And that closet is packed with things that don't really connect to you,
Yeah.
and things that don't really suit your innate, your authentic and genuine personality. What I think you said earlier, I don't think you said the women are between 45 and 50.
No,
For
actually, I believe it or not, I have a lot of millennials and 25, 28-year-olds, 30-year-olds who
yeah,
buy my products because
yeah.
they don't want to get older. They don't want to age like their parents did or their grandparents did. So I have a lot of that group. But my core audience right now is 45 to 65 in that age group. I have a few a few in their 70s, but right in through there. That would be it.
That I can connect to. Now you said something there that brought something to mind for me. We're in this anti-aging time frame. Everybody wants to remain young. I prefer youthful.
Useful.
The product that you have, which helps to alleviate creepy, crepey skin and helps you to stay and get that glow and that vibrancy that you want, that's important, and every woman needs that.
Yes.
But you can't remain forever young. You can remain forever youthful. There's a big, big difference. And I think in this time, when we're going through this serious crises, more than ever, women need to wake up feeling, like you said, with that glow, because that product is giving them a look that they look in the mirror and they say, wow, that's me. Who doesn't want that?
I think what's really important, Joy, is another baseline is you just got to know that you are perfect the way you are right now. You are absolutely 100% fine. Now, are there places that we can improve ourselves? There are, if we want to, and that's totally fine as well. And there forever. So being youthful. Look, I'm 60 years old, but I have an energy of I am the new 30. I have an energy of a 30-year-old. I have a mindset of a 30-year-old. I believe in reverse aging, and with reverse aging, it comes mindset. It comes eating foods that will make you grow younger. It comes with exercise and moving your body. I have a collagen product that works from the inside out, that fights inflammation, rebuilds collagen, helps with.
I love that, Kelly. I love that. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but I love what you're saying, because one of my friends said to me, the first thing that we deal with, and you spoke to it in a different light, but it's the same thing, our inner struggle, the mindset, is what we have to come to terms with. And we have to get on the pot, and we have to do that now.
You have to do it now.
With what's happening in the universe with this crisis more than ever before. But keep the faith, keep hopeful, diligent, and all the things that you have to do. And when this is over, and it will be, continue with that mindset, that outlook. But what you just spoke to is spot on. It really is.
I like to say, like, now is the time. We're self-quarantining. We've got 8 weeks, maybe 10 weeks that we really can't do anything. Use this time for yourself. Use this time to do the things you've always wanted to do. Perhaps for a walk every day, staying 6 feet away. Change your eating. Do things for yourself that give yourself a facial. There's so many things that you can do to adapt this ageless living lifestyle so that you can literally stop the aging clock. And I'm working on a program right now, a 6 program that I'm
You're going in and out with the picture for some reason. It's faded. It was very clear in the beginning, but these things happen. You're back. You're coming back. But what you just spoke to is so true. And this is how I'm seeing it. And most of the people who are coming online now and speaking to this is what they're speaking to. Reinvent, reinvest, turn around what you're doing so that it benefits you when the time is right for you to start again what you're doing, and keep the ones that you have that are in your circle, keep them up to speed and up to date with what you're doing via working and being online, and touch base with them. But it's not a time to just sit and be sad and agonize and worry over what we have control over, but that control has to come from within us so that we can deal with it. So I like all of the things that you're saying, Kellie. You really have a really good positive outlook and mindset, and that's what you need to do anything. I completely agree. Now the time flies here and it goes. Tell us again. Oh, don't cry, don't cry. Bless your heart. We both have a little bit of that ham and turkey, whatever inside, but that's a good thing. I like that. Tell us a little bit more about this gift. I'm asking them to put in the word Kellie, Kellie, in the comments, those who are here now and those who will come for the replay so they can get the free gift. But I want you to tell us a little bit more about the gift. You mentioned it before, but we just act like somebody just came aboard. Tell us a little bit more about what your gift is to the audience.
All right. It is a cheat sheet with the instructions, an overnight hack. It's one beauty hack. It's probably an ingredient that you have in your bathroom cupboard right now, so you don't even have to go out and go shopping. You simply apply it all over your face at night, go to sleep, and you wake up, your skin, it is locked in moisture, so your skin is plump, full, fine lines disappear, and deep lines are much less prominent, giving you a youthful look, smooth as glass skin, and of course, looking about 5 to 10 years younger.
Well, I don't know. I don't know anyone who doesn't want that. I don't believe in the women who say that aging is inevitable, but this I do believe. Aging is inevitable. Growing old is optional. And none of us really we want to stay vital, vibrant, and valuable. We don't want to be invisible. So that's why I love any and everything that helps us to project and to be that. So what can I say? I can say thank you for joining us tonight. And is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to ask, or is there anything you want to share with the audience before we say to you for now, so long, just for now? Anything at all, it's your stage.
The only thing that I'd like to say is if you are interested in growing younger every day, if you are interested in beating the aging clock, stick around, because I am going to be teaching everybody all of my tricks, all of my research, all of my studies, everything I've learned in the past 30 years of being a wellness expert, and of course with skincare and mindset and motivation, and I would like to pass that on to you. So that's all I'd like to say. Thank you.
Well, I think that's fantastic. I really think it's great. And I can only say that everything that you delivered here at this time of madness is what I'm calling it. That's my verbiage. It was delivered with heart, with soul, and authentic, all three one and the same. And I appreciate you. I value what you're doing. I applaud women who are agents of change, who are trailblazers, and you are definitely one. So I thank you. And I'm going to say, for now, into the green room, and I'll be with you in just a second while I say so long. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty. What can I say? I bring you each and every week a leading lady, and all of the leading ladies are phenomenal for what they're doing and why they do it and why they love it so much. We are in a time that's beyond anything that I think most of us, all of us, have ever faced. And yet, as I get on the computer here and I see the people who are coming online and expressing what is the best way to handle this and to deal with this, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude that we still continue on. We know what we have to do. We're about doing it, and we're about keeping the universe in our prayers, because everything, whether you believe it or not, it's my belief, is in divine order. Why this is here now is for us to figure out and to make the best of it and to get it away soon and start anew. And so will we do that? Yes, we will. We are, as they say constantly on the TV, we are the American people, and we are always ready to rise. And especially women, it's our time. So may I say to you, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure when you drop by. We know how difficult it is, especially at this time. Yet we keep the faith, we keep hope, and we continue to move forward. May you have a blessed week and weekend, and may you know that all is well, and soon the universe will be back as it's supposed to be, on its wheels, turning more and more in our favor. Until then, you be and stay well. Take care of you. Do the best that you can so that you can look after and take care of others. So until we meet again, so long for now. Cheers. I'll see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. So long for now. Cheers.